Contest between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. LaQuint Allen to return this. Things going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard
line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Ball stays at that 37 here, 2nd and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 9.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense lets that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
On play action now, Lawrence hits him downfield. This is Thomas. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on 1st down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That one was intended for Travis Hunter. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. This one's caught. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Hey, run!
Back to the air, Lawrence. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this 1st possession. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly was.
Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, then you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. First down. Here's Dak. Buying some time left. Into the hands of Pickett. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Prescott here from the gun. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Now it's Prescott again. Short pass brought in. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
We'll go with the design keeper. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
Okay, I got to give some kudos to that defense right there. Sometimes as an offense, you think you can outsmart those guys on the other side. But that defense, they were dialed in for that drive.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They do snap it. Here's Prescott. And this one winds up incomplete. They took their shot at extending the series, but it's going to be a new possession when we resume play. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're backed up deep on their own side for this possession. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Connects with the open man downfield. Big man showing up the yards. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
That is Hunter, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? ODB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Hey, tomato. Think right open. 11, Agate.
Going on 4th. Here's Lawrence. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Savon Rebel with the pick. And the Cowboys get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Hits him on the out route. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everett. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the gun is Prescott. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Dallas.
Dak throwing again. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Prescott escapes the pocket. Going all the way to the end zone here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This is Allen to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, Lion.
On play action now, Lawrence. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Throwing again is Dak. He's looking deep once again. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. This is complete to Ferguson out left. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his right. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got a 3rd and short coming up from their own 44. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. To the left and wheeled in by Ferguson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Vacates quickly left side. He's running with it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. Give to Williams from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And they will face a third down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Working quickly here.
Kill.
First down, here's Dak. That's Lamb running the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And the Cowboys first down.
Offense is set. First and 10. Another throw for Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Second down, here's Prescott again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Prescott again. Buys time, rolling right. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
Throwing again, Prescott. He brings it in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
And he does. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. Showing a little burst so far. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He can get there. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down back at the 32.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Back to the line they come, second down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, and they go right back to it. And they're on him right as he gets back to the line. Great recovery after they got gashed on that last play. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They stay on the ground with Williams. He'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third down now, Jaguars go in nickel. Looking to throw. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Down a score, and they're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. That is caught. He's got Lamb. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
First and goal, here's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's second and goal. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's second and goal.
Yeah! Here we go!
There's another for it. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Cowboys needing a...